I
Hey
am.
guys, welcome to SNAX.
Hi.
It is Thursday, Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursdays.
I'm
Hi.
getting an echo. Hold on. Anyways, welcome to SNAX.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
I'm trying.
Wait.
Can you hear that in the background? Anyways,
Yeah.
welcome to SNAX. Thirsty Thursday. Sorry guys.
You have to mute. You have the YouTube up.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to mute it.
Yeah, it automatically goes into YouTube for whatever reason. Why is it? Sorry, guys. And now, why isn't it showing me now? It's weird. Go ahead and talk. Say something. Just go.
Oh, I'm working
YouTube.
too. Well, I mean, we'll just cut this off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is like still on YouTube, but for the audio.
Live. Yeah.
We got a hot show today. Y'all like my hair? No, I'm just like, what are we talking about? Oh, we have a Snaxship, Bennifer, and did he throw a little something in there for us too?
Yes, he did.
And then we are gonna get into this Beasley Pippen mess, honey. Yes, Montana Yao versus what's her name, Miriam?
Montana Yao versus Larsa Pippen.
Larsa Pippen, honey. Kardashian-esque friend, ex-friend. But anyway, welcome to Snax Relationship Podcast. Make sure you follow us on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Snax_LA, Facebook is Snax Fans. Email us at snaxchats@gmail. Let us know if you want a topic. You have a topic that you want us to discuss. We will gladly consider it. Not saying we would definitely do it, but we've done them before. So, what's up, Mir? You got it together now?
Courtney, we did go ahead and do the new email. So now our email is ask@snax@gmail.
Ask. I like that.
I know, so cute.
I don't know why we didn't think of that before. That's so crazy.
Oh, it's weird. But yeah, like Courtney said, we got a great show today. I'm not snacking on anything. I just have my.
But you look good, Mary. You over there glowing, girl.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
Nice. Nice.
So, are you snacking today or no?
I'm not at all either. I didn't have time to grab a snack.
The snacker extraordinaire is not snacking.
I know. How weird, right?
Well, anyway, that's okay because we're going to jump into the Snaxship because we have a lot to cover today. So we want to go ahead and jump into this. And our Snaxship is about Bennifer. Bennifer is back. Bennifer is Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, who were spotted in Miami.
In the same spot.
People are saying they looked post-coital, both of them. That's what they're like. She looked like she just got
dead.
Fill in the blank.
She just got did.
Yeah. So what are we thinking about? I mean, I was happy to hear it because A-Rod did, he was screwing around on her. And it's like, who can play that game? J-Lo can pull still, even though she's what? Is she 50 yet? Or almost 50, over 50?
I think she's 50, but let me tell you now, J-Lo always move quick. I don't know why these men play with her. Like she if it wasn't going to be an ex, it was going to be a new one in 2 weeks. Like A-Rod, she is not the one to sit around for 6 months to a year to be crying on her pillow. She gets out there and like life moves on. I love it.
So true. I love it.
And
too.
she said that her relationship with Ben Affleck was the best one she ever had, or something very like that. Like, yeah, the best love she ever had, or something. So it's not just, any ex.
Do you know why they broke up in the first place?
Well, not really, but from the outside, they did that movie Jlo It just seemed like they had like a lot of it was a lot of negativity, on them. And so she got blamed for the movie being a flop on him, his career. And it was like, the press putting like all this negative stuff on them. And, and so that just weighs on the relationship as a whole. But I don't know additionally what internally was going on. So, yeah.
It's like you bring up a good point, and I know we're talking about Bennifer, but did you hear about Vivica Fox saying that 50 Cent was the love of her life today? She said that today, and when you said that, it reminded me because he was saying that that was kind of what happened with their relationship. It was just too many people. Like she said from like, if she had to do it all over again, she would keep things more private because a lot of people are just in your business. And she said her publicist was telling her to do stuff. I don't know if it was relationship related, but probably if he's bringing it up, where you have to, now your relationship is a part of like a PR plan. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's Hollywood.
Happen. That can happen. So maybe, maybe Ben Affleck and Jennifer can get that.
Maybe the second time around, it's calmed down. Like their careers, it's like they're
older, more mature.
And he was just going through that whole alcoholic phase where he was just like drunk in the streets and everything, and he's cleaned up. Like, so this is like a good time too. He's good. You know what I mean? He's been working on himself. He's sober. Like, okay, Ben Affleck.
And he's looking. Did you hear he was on a dating website?
Oh no.
Yeah, so he was on this dating website, and this girl, I guess he reached out to this woman, and she was like, this is not Ben Affleck. There's no way that's Ben Affleck for real, right? And then so he reached out to her just so that she would know it was really him. But yeah, he was
like, it's a quarantine, girl.
Y'all could meet some celebrities on these dating websites. I don't know which one it was, but it was just a regular girl, and
that's interesting.
Yeah, she met Ben Affleck. So he is looking for someone.
Single.
So they're both at good points in their lives. It could happen.
Yeah. Who knows, girl? What if and this would be the thing, this is when they get married in 3 months, because we know each other. So what, we're not playing. You know what I mean?
You already know what it is.
We know what happened
before. Everything. You know if the relationship works. Because sometimes
the problems.
Relationships end because something bad happened.
Right.
Sometimes it's just timing,
the issues and the problems and the characteristics. Like, they could be married in September. Who knows? But brings me to all the exes coming out the woods. So Diddy posting a throwback.
Girl.
He's so funny. He posted a picture.
I don't know what to think about him.
Messy.
He's
messy.
Well, not just because of that, but like even his past, like Kim Porter, how much she meant to him, yet he didn't act on it. He was still with Cassie for like years and years and never acted on that.
And led Cassie on.
He just, I think he's a perpetual bachelor, like George Clooney was. Yeah, I don't know, like who is going to get Diddy to settle down? I don't think anyone. I think he's going to be single for the rest of his life.
Yeah, so I hope Jennifer know he's just playing with you, girl.
Please
he is not serious.
Jennifer, don't do it.
Don't even be like, oh, did he want me? No. Did he playing?
Don't do it, child.
We always have those exes who come back and see them like they playing. They still playing.
Yeah.
They would love to have you. But as soon as they get you, then they realize, oh yeah, I really don't want to be settled down.
Exactly.
I forgot.
Or like that meme that I posted a long time ago. It's like, sometimes God sends an ex back into your life to see if you're still stupid.
Hello, right?
Now, Diddy would be a good example of that. So, Jennifer,
excellent example.
If you're watching, which I doubt you are, do not.
He may be.
She may be. Hey, J-Lo. We love you. Anyway.
I love J-Lo.
Yeah, I do. I realized I like J-Lo more than I thought I did. Like,
oh, really?
I like all of her movies. Like, I've seen all of her movies. And I'm like, I'm actually a fan, huh? I think
I've always liked her. On the 6th, first album on the 6th.
Yeah.
I think that was
so anyway, let's get into this drama, girl. So for our
audience, the
audience,
receipts.
I know we got all the receipts today, you guys. For those of you who don't know, about back in December, Malik Beasley was spotted with Larsa Pippen, who's the former wife.
NBA player. Let's just say who he is.
Yeah.
NBA player, in case everybody doesn't know who he is.
Yeah. And so she used to be married to Scotty. I'm sure they've been divorced for years. And then she's been kind of dabbling with other athletes as well. But the most recent occurrence was her and this Malik Beasley, who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Larsa is 49 years old and Malik is only 24.
Can I say a fun fact?
Yes.
That she was with Tristan Thompson first and had him at a party with the Kardashians were there, and Khloe met Tristan at that party, and then they became. So just how they roll, y'all. You know how they roll.
Yeah, they all mingle with each other. They don't go outside the group.
And she like them young, I guess, but
yeah,
they share. They like to share.
Well, they don't because they act like they don't, but then they take them back after whatever. We'll get into that. So Malik Beasley and Montana Yao were married when Larsa Pippen was spotted with him in the airport. And
they're newlyweds, 2 years, I think, right now?
Yeah.
They have a baby.
They were married in March of 2020. So they literally just got it. So that means in December, they had only been married for like 6 months.
6 months. Woo!
6 to 8 months. So it was weird. And they had just had a son. Their son, come to find out, is only 2 years old. He was born in 2019.
So they probably got married because they had a baby. You know how that goes too.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't love. So he thought Larsa was love when he felt that. But go ahead.
Probably. But you wouldn't know it from what he said we'll get into what he said and what led to this Twitter beef that occurred. This happened back in December. Recall that.
Right.
So now the reason why things are resurfacing is because Malik Beasley posted an apology to his estranged wife. This is the term.
Well, she filed for divorce 6 months ago when this happened. She did file for divorce from him.
Divorce right away. But I mean, I will say her post after seeing his apology kind of leads me to believe that might not stick.
Her post?
Yeah. So we'll talk about the post that occurred recently, but you don't just get divorced overnight. Like,
it takes time.
6 months. So
at least.
Yeah, it's not going to be final until maybe a couple months from now if she doesn't pull the papers back. So she can always withdraw the papers.
Right.
So basically, they get married. He's cheating. She files for divorce. It's just swarming all over the internet. Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's get into the cheating, though. It wasn't just regular cheating. It was embarrassingly cheating. He's on social media holding hands out of town with Larsa Pippen in the mall, on the street, in the
He's
not
even trying to hide it.
It's not giving a damn.
Yeah.
Then he kicked her and the baby out the house at that time, too, before she filed for divorce. So all that happened.
Well, and also he claimed that they were separated. Remember, Larsa was saying that he told her that he was already separated from his wife when they met. That's her.
I don't necessarily believe everything Larsa says, but okay.
Well, when we talk about separated, what do we mean? Separated means you're not living together, right?
But I'm saying I don't believe Larsa. I think she would make that up, saying they're separated to make her look better, not to make her look like a homewrecker. I don't think she cares.
I think they were actually.
But Montana said in her story that So they went back and forth on their stories just recently, and she said, "You said, you thought we were separated." She cleared that up. I don't remember exactly what she said.
She said they weren't separated at the time.
Yeah, and you knew that something, to some extent.
Okay, and so let's get into the actual text of the slander that's been going back. Because here's the thing, ladies. And we kind of touched on this in our episode about, the side chicks and things like that. I think that was our last episode. And the thing is, it's again coming down to where the wife is attacking this other woman. Mm-hmm. Harder. She's going harder on this other woman than she's going on her man, who is the one who did this to her, kicked her out the house, embarrassed her on the internet, left her with a 2-year-old.
A baby. Kicked the baby out.
You are coming for her. But then remember what that woman said on that show. She said it's easier to villainize the other woman because you still love the man. And you still probably want to be with him. So you got to villainize someone, and it happens to be this other woman. So did you want to read? Go ahead.
I was going to read what Montana said about the separation. She said, one day you claim, this is Montana talking to Larsa, one day you claim you knew about me, but we were separated. The next is you didn't know I existed at all. Get your story straight, love. I was all over that man's page, laughing my ass off. Or a simple Google search or DM would have sufficed as well if you was really a woman and wanted to handle things like a grown-up. So that's true. She was all on his page. I mean, it's like,
yeah. And a side note, reading these posts, I'm like, half of the people that post on the internet cannot spell or write. Like
I can't stand it.
You fixed it. She wrote grow up, not grown up. She wrote grow up. Like a grown. Anyway.
If you was really, I'm like,
you know how I'm just like.
Me too. We educated Black women over here, y'all. Degreed up. We degreed up over here.
I can't read that kind of mess.
If you was really
if you was, you would growed up and you would have
we hate it.
Talking. Like what? Anyway, let's read the Malik apology first because that's what led to this beef now. So things had quieted down back in December. And
now he wants his family back. Y'all know how it go. They come back.
Exactly.
And so
but you have to wonder, I wonder why all of a sudden now he wants his family back.
Time, I don't know. Time heals all wounds. Time lets you know what you messed up with and what wasn't real and what was fake.
But is it, because he was going to fertility clinics with Larsa. Great. Like you said, I believe that to some extent, he probably was in love with Larsa. Because you don't just go to fertility clinics with people.
You just don't give up your whole family and leave them like that. You think he really thought that was something real. I believe that too.
Exactly. So
infatuated.
Let's not act like he was probably infatuated. That's a good word. Because I don't know, how long did they date?
And that's a discrepancy too. People are saying she broke up with him or he broke up with her. And so he's trying to clarify that, no, I'm not coming back because Larsa broke up with me. I broke up with Larsa.
And I think he's lying to try to say.
Think so?
Yeah, because did you see what Larsa wrote? So she said, here's what Larsa wrote. Here's some free press for you. Let me clear up some misinformation you shared as fact. She's talking to Yao or Montana.
Ex-wife.
Here's the truth about Malik. When I thought about him and how he treated your child, he's not the type of man I want around mine. Any man who would deny his child and then leave the mother penniless is not a real man. 2, he cried entirely too much. Did you see it?
Why is he going?
She's throwing him way under the bus.
Like, it's too emotional.
I would love to be a fly on the wall. Like, because I want to know who broke up with who. Because it's clear somebody is lying. They're both trying to act like
lying.
Yeah. 3, he's cheap, but then again, you never saw any alimony, so you already know that. I'm like,
ooh. And see, I didn't get that at first. I thought she was talking about her alimony, but then I was like, oh, you saying that he never gave Montana alimony, so you know he cheap? That was
cheap. And then, so she says, since you wanted to speak woman to woman, she put it in quotes, on social media, let me give you some womanly advice. If you ever find another man who wants you for you and not all the free press I'm giving both of you, lock him down. Malik was a clout chaser who pursued me relentlessly before I even knew you existed. And I have the DMs, but then again, he knows that. So she's saying she has receipts to show how he pursued her, which I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's not like she's just some random chick. She is a former NBA player's wife.
Men are in everybody's DMs. I mean, like, that's not hard to believe.
It's not hard to believe at all.
Yeah.
Lastly, and please don't take this the wrong way, all my beautiful children that you reference will never have to read how their father didn't claim them. You should be worried about the narrative you two need to create to distract yours from dealing with that reality. At least Larsa is a good writer. I will give her that. She
is a good writer. Well, she's 49, 46. She got 20 years on it. She young.
If you want to show the truth, subscribe to my OnlyFans. We need to talk about that.
Right.
Sending peace and blessings to you. Why do people always gotta put blessings and the Lord all up in this mess? God is not in this mess.
Okay. God did not ordain this mess.
But that was in response to Montana's post.
Montana started it, right? After the apology, Montana started it, thinking, like, kind of check her or whatever, that thought you was gonna mess up my family or something. Montana, see, she never said she was going back. You kind of have a take that she's going back, but she never said. She said
of what she wrote.
I mean, she may go back. Go ahead.
I think she might after she. So this is what she wrote after getting Malik's apology, and I had it screenshotted, but I don't know where.
I got it. You don't have it.
Makai is her 2-year-old son. Makai and I do appreciate Malik's apology. It's hard to own up to bad decisions and apologize, especially publicly. So it is really appreciated. An apology is appreciated? Okay. My main priority has been and will forever be my son. So I'm glad if or when he looks back on all of this one day, he can see his dad publicly apologize to us for publicly hurting us. This is a step forward in healing for me and also having Malik be a part of Makai's life, because he does deserve to have a father in his life and one who loves him. At the end of the day, we are both Makai's parents, so I am praying for his sake we can all move forward away from the anger and hurt to be able to raise him with love, respect, and happiness on both sides.
Now, see, I think she's just saying he needs to be a father. She's just saying he needs to be a father to the kid, but not necessarily saying I would take her back, to me.
Yeah, but to say that you appreciate an apology from somebody who kicked you out of the house and abandoned you and your son, who says that? Like,
I'd appreciate
the apology. I'd be like, first of all, I would not address it on social media.
I probably wouldn't even addressed it.
I would have let his little apology ride and then gone on about my business.
I mean, whatever we're doing, right? Whatever we're doing, and people are assuming that, like, some people were mad that he put this apology on social media like that. You don't know what they're doing in the background. He embarrassed her on social media, so to me, he definitely needs to do something on social media. But I'm sure even before this or during this or after this, he's still kissing her ass and apologizing in the background. So like you said, yeah, everybody don't need to know what's going on in the background. I would have let that sit there, and you don't know if we working it out or not. But
see, I look at it like, if you look back at the Tristan and Chloe situation, something similar happened, right? She villainized the woman. She did stop kind of talking about it on social media, and then slowly but surely, he's spending more time with her. They quarantined together. Now they're full blown back together again. This is how it happened.
And he's still cheating.
And he's still cheating. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you not have foresight? Like, this is exactly what happened last time. So how can you? That's why I think that she's kind of setting it up to go back, because she's telling people, "Oh, I accept his apology. I appreciate." It's one thing to accept an apology.
Yeah, it's another thing to appreciate.
Say that you appreciate it. To me, there's already
giving him too much?
some sort of reconciling going on. That's just my take. They've already kind of talked about this privately, probably even had sex. Let's just keep it all the way real. They're probably still messing around. That's the way this works. But about Montana, what I did read that was interesting to me is that she grew up well off. Like, she comes from money, which is
that's what she said. I kept my name because whatever. That was dumb. And I was like, you're supposed to take your husband's.
Have to do with anything. You didn't keep your name.
I'm my own woman. I kept my own name because I built my own whatever she was saying.
You are famous. We're even sitting here talking about you because you got cheated on. That's the extent of what we know about you. So to say I kept my name, it's like, who are you? We don't really know who you are. Who cares if you kept your name? But anyway, I mean, I don't know. I weep for women today because I know that this happens too much. Talk about what you saw, what Kyle sent you. Talk about that.
And you mean the comment I just sent you?
I want you to read it because I want to make it a point. Like, this is not even uncommon.
Right. Oh no, what I sent you. Kyle sent me the Diddy thing. What I sent you was
the Carlos thing. I want to.
And the thing too is that at 6 months she was probably just feeling better. Like, her heart, she could probably eat. She had probably lost a lot of weight. She was just getting her mojo back. And then that's when they always come back with the BS.
When you good.
But I love a comment, y'all. Your social media comments. I live for them.
Black Twitter.
I live for the comments. So this was just on Malik's page. So Malik wiped out everything on his page except for this post of the picture of him, Montana, and the baby when I guess it was born, in this lengthy apology. So that's all he has on his page. The one post. And this guy, Carlos
Gil. Apology? Do you have his apology?
I can pull it up. It's long.
Okay.
So this guy, Carlos Gil 83, commented, "Big time respect, my brother. I've been there before. I cheated on my wife and left her shortly after having our child, but I also owned it. I apologized publicly and we reconciled. And each day since then, I have worked hard to prove to her that I changed. God is the judge here. Remember that." It's just like, fellas is really like cheating, like abandoning fan, like abruptly, shortly after having our child. Like, ugh, that's so heart-wrenching. These poor.
But the fact that she took him back, why are we always like, what is the mentality of a woman who that happens?
I can't call it, and I can't say I wouldn't take you back. It depends on our relationship and who you are to me. Like, everyone is every man is different in your life. So I can't call to say that I would never take this dude back. I mean, that is heart-wrenching. I would hope I'm not. Is some wood around here? Because Lord, don't bring that in my life. But
it's funny. There was a post yesterday on Shade Room. This woman posted how she basically found out, I don't know if I sent it to you, that her man had another family.
You showed that to me. That was crazy.
She found out in the newspaper.
The second baby was born in the newspaper. Didn't know they had a first.
The newspaper. And they put baby announcements in the newspaper?
She might be in some small town, like, you know what I mean? Midwest American
And
Town.
she's a TikToker. Like, who is on TikTok and also reads the newspaper? Like,
right. I just want to say it'd be like a 99% of the, if this was to happen to me, it'd be a 1% chance that I would take him back. 99% chance I'm cussing you out. I'm cussing you out and burning you.
1% chance.
And burning you, burning your shit up.
Does that even count? 1%.
It may be 1% special guy out there. I mean, not special, but you know, who I don't know, who just got me so swooned up that I believe that he will change or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
blinded by love.
Call it. You know, this guy, Carlos, says that, you know, he did change.
Right. So maybe, every day he's proven.
And, you know, to that point, they're young. Malik is a young guy. I don't know that he should have even been getting married at the age of 24. Yeah. I mean, you really have, and you're freshly, I don't know when he got drafted into the NBA, but that's a whole new world. You go from being single to being in the NBA, you're getting all these women coming at you. You got to learn how to wrangle that in before you
not ready.
Go ahead and get married because, you know, and of course she was going to marry him because he's an athlete. He has money.
Well, she had his baby already. So again, I think they did the baby first and then got married. Yeah. And I was going to say too, with Carlos, with the guy Red, with Malik, all this, also after this, taking the person back is not just about taking them back. I mean, you have to analyze the situation, right? Like what made you do that in the first place? So you can see, are you really, is it feasible that this man would do this again? You know, what are those factors that would cause him to act so, assholing? No, but crazy, lose his mind.
Wouldn't it be important though to know whether he was in love with this other woman? Because I feel like, okay, it's one thing for him to cheat. Maybe it was once or twice or whatever. But when you're in love with the other person, I would find it very difficult to take that person back.
Like, but again, I think Carlos, I mean, I think if they leave their wife and their newborn babies, they think they're in love. All right, that's a situation of love. It has to be. You're not just, I can't see it. You just a fling. I don't know. What else would you leave your family? Not love. I think a man thinks he's in love. But again, he thought he was in love with Larsa and realized that however she is or whatever it is, it wasn't what it was.
But did he really realize that? That's what I'm saying. Like, my worst fear is to be married to someone who actually wants to be with someone else.
Ooh, that's your worst fear.
Worst fear.
Really? I never have that thought, but I mean, I wouldn't want that to happen.
It's my worst fear, but it just really is. And every time I think about it, I just think like that is the worst position to be in, to be with somebody.
And they really want to be with somebody else.
To be with you, they're just there because of your kids or out of obligation.
Charles, Princess Diana, and Camilla over there. He's been in love with Camilla forever.
Perfect example. Like, I could not live with that. I could not live like that.
Yeah, me either. But I've never thought of it. I'm such a romantic. I just know he loved me. Like, I would never think that somebody gonna marry me in love with somebody else. What?
They do it all the time.
Do it all the time.
And it's like, please, Lord, don't let me be that woman. Please.
Okay. Please. Yeah, that's.
But I just want to also talk about, you know, all the insults between these two women. I just think it's unnecessary. Like, I feel like Montana should have taken the high road. I mean, you're the wife. You kind of have the upper hand in all of this. We're all on your side. So why? And then you're talking. They both have all this plastic surgery and fillers, and she's talking about. She said.
So she posted.
Montana said all these fillers and surgery can't fix that insecure soul. Like, have you looked in the mirror? Like,
crazy.
You're like the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, why did she post, right? Like, Montana posted before and after of Larsa.
like why? She looks good in both. But
she said, your words don't match your. She said your words don't match your actions, just like your old face don't match your new face. Poor thing. Oh. That's what Montana said to Larsa. But the thing, okay, we gotta remember, Montana
lips don't match their face. They got these big old black girl lips, and it's like, get out of here, both of y'all.
But Montana is 24, and I will say that I feel like she got an ego boost after Malik posted this apology. You know, don't you feel that? Like, yeah, bitch. That. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, see? And again, it was unnecessary.
I won. That's another thing. They're looking at it the wrong way. Like, nobody wins with a clown like this. You didn't win.
At all. I mean, somebody called him Tristan.
Actually, she won. But let's talk about that. So everybody's talking about how Larsa has this OnlyFans page because she doesn't have any money. And I'm like, that's what the word on the street is that now she's marketing herself on this OnlyFans, like, oh, come hear all my stories and how I talk about.
Why wouldn't she have money? She has 3 kids. One is still 13 or something. She getting checks. I mean, alimony and whatever. I don't think it's the girl like attention. And she dropped it like the day that she was beefing with Montana. So that's just a Kardashian.
Women are making way more money off of OnlyFans. They are making a lot of money. Do you hear me? They got me thinking like,
we need to do an OnlyFans.
Girl, we gonna have SNAX OnlyFans. Okay. Would y'all like that? Would y'all like that? Let us know. Let us know. I'm not doing it.
Y'all know we ain't doing an OnlyFans.
That's the thing. Like, I wish I could be like this. I just can't. My self-esteem is just too high. I can't.
Right. My body is not for everybody.
I know. I just wouldn't want everybody looking at it. Like,
I don't know. I mean, and she looks good for a 40 whatever year old she is.
For her age, she does look good, but it's like good. That doesn't matter. You think it's about looks?
It's just weird.
They look alike. Honestly, they look just alike.
They do. Like that's the older version. That's the younger version of the same person. He has a type. I mean, that's
all these women look alike because they all have the same plastic surgery, the same Botox, the same lips, the same everything. It's like they don't even look real anymore.
Yikes.
But anyway, I think that was all I had to talk about in terms of that.
I could just wish them the best. I don't know. You know, love is hard. Love is a lot of ups and downs. I can't call it. Do what's best for your life. Everything is a learning lesson. And hopefully you end up happy. I mean, we all just want happiness.
Yeah, that's very nice and amicable.
Thank you.
My wrap up is I mean, it seems like this is just becoming the norm, and it's kind of sad for me. Like I don't want this to be the norm, but I feel like the more women accept it, the more it will become the norm. And you gotta really place accountability where it belongs.
True that.
And that's it. Because the more the men are sitting back laughing. I could just see them right now, like, yeah, they over there arguing over me. You're giving him an ego boost by sitting here arguing with this woman over what she did and what she looks like and how she feels about herself. And it's like, we're not even on the men. The men are away scot-free and can just apologize and roll back up and continue right where they left off. And it's like, if we want things to change, we have to behave differently. And if we don't, then you're going to keep getting the same results.
Except different behavior.
And the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So that's my 2 cents. Thanks, y'all, for joining us.
Thank you.
Remember to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter. We have a website, snaxla.com, Instagram and Twitter, and YouTube, Snax_LA. We're on audio, we're on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. Catch us everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Life.
See you next week. Love.
And
snacks.
Bye.